Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. Are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button and the share button. And please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to my Newcastle versus Manchester United preview. I will be reading a quote I found over on the United stand from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that absolutely breaks my heart. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we will discuss the fact that Manchester United have forced an extension to Paul Pogba's contract as well. Basically, we're holding the guy hostage, aren't we? But we will discuss that, and I'll tell you what I think about that. And we'll discuss the game as well. So firstly, this is coming from the United stand, who have posted a quote from Solskjaer, which I didn't see from yesterday's press conference. It may be a recent one. Anyway, this is what Ollie had to say. We're all different individuals, plus deal things differently. I was one that wants to bounce back, plus prove myself. Harry is a leader. He's a captain for us. I'm sure he'll bounce back. He's got great resilience. I just hope he can play tomorrow. Solskjaer confirms Harry will start. I just read that. Now, my reading of other people's writing isn't that great, but I think I've got it right. He wants Harry to play. Harry will play because it sounds like he's just got a little knock. Now, on yesterday's Man United video, I was saying that this was some kind of easy blag, so he doesn't have to play him. By the way, it could still be that way. This statement could be, well, I want him to play, but unfortunately, he's got an injury. Shit happens. What can you do? He could be playing it that way. The problem with Solskjaer is he's a liar. You can't believe a word the guy says. Again, yesterday I spoke about when he said we'd be surprised how many games Sanchez would play. Then he was off to Inter Milan. So you can't really trust him. Harry Maguire should not be playing in tonight's game. This is very, very serious. The man is in terrible form. We have Bailey and Lindelof, who are superior in defensive ability and in footballing ability in terms of defenders. They are really good defenders, and I'm sick to death of people undervaluing these guys. As I keep on saying, these two defenders actually made a little good unit in defence under Jose. It didn't last very long, and because Bailey got injured. And I think that's when Lindelof's form has dipped without Bailey. He got used to Bailey and he hasn't been able to play with another partner, which has been disappointing for the lad. But I think that Bailey and Lindelof could be our future, could be a great defensive unit if only Bailey can avoid injury. And that's a big if, of course. So, yeah, it looks like he wants Maguire to play. It looks like Maguire will play. This is very serious. This is not about keeping faith. This is not about support. This is about Manchester United Football Club. It's not about individuals, but still, he always picks his favourites. Where's Fred? Why doesn't Fred play in the centre of midfield? He's perfect for what we need. But no, he played, and as soon as the other players got back from injury, he was dumped. Fred is the answer in midfield because he's a stealer. He's a warrior. Exactly what we need there, but oh no. He's too scared to drop reputations. And I mean, our new signing from Ajax, already forgot his name, 40 million dumped on the bench. Will he play today? I very much doubt it, because you can't be saying he's one for the future, Ollie. I can't believe I forgot his name. But the guy, chose United over Barcelona. By the way, I don't believe that for a minute. And he's not going to play. He hasn't played. I can't see Ollie playing him today. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's a good player. He's in confident form when he comes on as a sub. He's exactly what we need. Forget your chat about the Glazers and Woodward. Forget it. That diverting tactic simply doesn't work to intelligent Manchester United fans anymore. This manager has not got the bravery and the guts to drop people. That's a cardinal sin in any type of leadership, and it doesn't have to be football. If you haven't got the guts to say to someone, sorry, you're out of form, and when he says to you, well, I can play myself out of it, Gov, fuck you, mate. Fuck you. At the end of the day, you are causing problems for the team. This is my job on the line, and I want to make this team and club successful. I can't, with your state of mind right now, take some time out, have a holiday, or just do anything but sit on the bench, watch the game from afar like I used to. Analyse the game, analyse where you're going wrong through seeing the other defenders playing, right? But don't do this. But unfortunately, he is a coward. He comes from the school of thought of players playing themselves out of trouble. And I mean, you could look at Andy Cole and say he did do that. And I remember Andy Cole when he first came to United, scoring a few goals at first, but then Fergie changed the way he was. He didn't want him to be a goal hanger anymore. He wanted him to be part of the all-round play. And that really hurt Andy Cole for a while. It hurt his confidence. But ultimately, he came back and he had an amazing season in 97, 98. And of course, 98, 99 was a treble-winning season. And him and Dwight Yorke had one of the most amazing partnerships ever. But yeah, I mean, look, I cannot agree. I can't understand how anyone can agree with the selection of Harry Maguire. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't work. The man isn't playing well, and we're going to pick him for a vital game. Do you understand how vital this game is for our season? And it's only the fourth game of the season. It sounds ridiculous. It's win or bust for Ollie. And he's going to play Maguire. What's he having fantasies last night about Maguire having a great game? And he comes out to the press and says, you see, you were wrong. That's not how real life works, Ollie. This guy is going to get you the sack, right? You need to pick the right team. You have got good options in your squad, no matter what people say. There are good selection. There is a good team to pick there, and you're going to pick the wrong players. At the end of the day, I can't support this. I can't support a 40 million transfer being dumped on the bench, then hearing people, blaming Woodward and the Glazers for not buying the players that you wanted. Well, they gave you the player you wanted, and he's on the bench, unless he wasn't what you wanted, but he's a world-class player. Isn't this what all your defenders are saying we needed more of? So why is he on the bench? It doesn't make sense. I'll tell you why he's on the bench. Because you haven't got the guts to tell someone with a reputation that they can't play because they're not playing well. That means, Ollie, you cannot be a top-flight manager. Right. Paul Pogba has had his contract extended by a year. He hasn't signed anything. He hasn't got a choice in the matter. You can take an option to extend someone's contract for an extra year, which means instead of 2 years left, I think he's got 3 years left. So Manchester United have got 3 years to get their shit together and sell this guy for a record amount of money. It's not going to work. He has to go. He's a world-class player, but he hasn't applied himself. At times, managers haven't played him further forward enough, haven't played him in the position he needs to play, because he's been played as CDM. The problem with the manager who bought him and the problem with the manager we have now, he's obsessed with Pogba being a CDM, but being this all-action central midfielder. So he's a CDM. He's got to go forward. He's got to do everything. That's not in Pogba's game. He is not a CDM. He's not Roy Keane. He can't do it all, right? Roy Keane was a special player. Pogba's a special player, but he's not as special as Roy Keane, and that's the problem. It's never going to happen for him under this manager or a manager who doesn't give him a free role. Give Pogba a free role and you will see the best of him. He's a beast. He's a talented player. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen for Paul. Sell him for a record amount of money and let's get this train moving, right? And get a world-class player we need in the centre of the park. They have 3 years to do it now. I think Manchester United were absolutely spot on. They couldn't sell him this summer for the money that they want, not with COVID and everything. Next year may even be worse, but we'll see how long COVID goes on for. It could go on for another 5 years, another 1 year, another 1 month. Nobody knows, right? So we are in uncertain times, but definitely they had to extend his contract by a year. It's a smart move, and let's just hope either under the new manager, which will happen sooner or later, especially with Ollie making dumb selections like Maguire tonight, he's going to lose his job quicker than we thought he was. Before Christmas, he's gone. He's gone before Christmas. I mean, we're in October now. Maybe he can survive till November, but he may even be sacked sooner than that. because Manchester United Football Club can't afford to keep on losing. We've won one game this season away from home, a game we shouldn't have even won, a game that we were lucky to win, but at least we were more offensive in that game than in the game against Palace at Old Trafford, like the game against Spurs at Old Trafford. We're away from home. That seems to suit us with his style of play. He plays pure counter-attack football. I don't like it. You're going to throw that Fergie used to play counter-attacking football. No. That's one of the ways he played. He didn't always play that way. Wenger played counter-attack when the opposition suited it. These were managers who knew when to play certain styles of football. This manager has made Manchester United far too predictable. The opposition knows exactly what we're going to do, and it's easy to play against. So, Newcastle versus Manchester United. Obviously, Steve Bruce, one of the greatest players who has ever played for us, and greatest human beings, really, really nice guy. Really got a lot of time for Steve. He's been a great manager. He's changed clubs a hell of a lot. He doesn't really stay anywhere, but he's been a good manager. And he's starting to get in Newcastle to play well. This is dangerous. I think, did we lose to them at St James's last year or draw? We certainly didn't win. So this is a very serious game. We used to have a really good record at St James's Park in the glory years, and even when Newcastle were the force under Keegan, I think they beat us once or twice. There was obviously the 5-0, and I think there was a 1-0 as well. But mainly, it's a mixed bag. When you look at our record at St James's Park, it's a mixed bag. We've won a few, we've lost a few, and so you can't really look at that to bring any clues if we've got a good chance today. When you look at it, when you look at our players and you look at theirs, it should be easy, but it's not. I think Newcastle are a very erratic side. They can turn it on. They can be terrible, but they can also be fantastic. So we should be concerned today. But looking at our fixtures ahead, this really is the only winnable game at this moment in time. Unless we get the confidence in this game and we turn PSG over, that would be fantastic. Let's see what happens. Predictions for this. I want to hear your predictions down below. My prediction is, I don't think we're going to win. I don't think we're going to lose. I will go for 1-1. Probably another Bruno penalty. Who knows who's going to score for them? Maybe Andy Carroll. But I want to know what you think about this game. What you think of Ollie's statement about Maguire. Are you even more concerned about his future as manager? I like Ollie. He was a great player. He seems like a great lad. But he shouldn't be managing this club. And I'll take issue with anyone who says he should. Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back later with even more videos. See you again soon.